There is a war happening in the Middle East right now, and a lot of you are looking for a safe base, somewhere stable, somewhere you can bring your family and somewhere you can actually breathe. And Malaysia keeps coming up. Now, I've been getting a lot of inquiries from people in the Middle East asking me about Malaysia. So, I've decided to make this video and I'm going to talk to you about your visa options, your property options, and how fast you can realistically get here. And then I'm going to tell you the best neighborhoods in Malaysia for people coming from the Middle East. And if you're thinking about Malaysia as your plan B, this video is for you. Now, first of all is why Malaysia? Well, Malaysia is a Muslim majority country. You have halal food everywhere, mosque everywhere, and English is widely spoken. And the cost of living is a fraction of Singapore and Dubai. It's politically stable, it's safe and family friendly. There's also a large Middle Eastern community already here, so you won't feel like a stranger. Now, your visa options. So, let's start with the cheapest one, which is the student visa. If you or your kids are planning to study here, you can apply directly to the university. It's quite straightforward and it's quite fast. The next one is the employment pass. Now, you need a job from a Malaysian company, which means you need to apply to the company and they will give you an offer letter and then they will apply for the visa on your behalf. So, it's good if you're planning to work here locally. Then there is the Rantau visa, which is a digital nomad visa from Malaysia. It's only 2 years and it's good if you work remotely. It's very cheap to apply, only about 1,000 ringgit, but it does take 3 to 6 months to process. Now, it's not ideal if you need to move fast, but you can bring your entire family. Now, for those of you who want to do business, there's a 20-year business visa. It's meant for opening up a business, starting a company, and all that. It's 20 years, but you have to put 1 million ringgit in a fixed deposit. There's also another requirement, which is a minimum of 10,000 US dollars per month of offshore income. Then there is a participation fee, which is about 200,000 ringgit for the main applicant and 100,000 ringgit for each dependent. Now, this is the closest thing to Malaysian PR. And for those of you who are thinking about getting PR here or citizenship, forget about it. It's very difficult to get, alright? You can't simply apply for it. You would have to earn it in Malaysia. Now, next is the most famous visa, MM2H. This is the one that most people from the Middle East are currently going for. It's long term, 5 to 20 years. You can bring your entire family as well. You need to put a fixed deposit and you need to buy a property. Now, it takes 2 to 3 months to get approval, but once you have it, you're all settled. This is the most stable option for families who are serious about making Malaysia their base. Now, all of this is in my starter kit. You can get it for free at nasmalaysia.com. I break down all the visas inside here. So here are the few tiers. You have silver, gold, and platinum. There's also the SFZ visa. Now, if you want to get in touch with visa or property agents in different parts of Malaysia, just go to nasmalaysia.com/start and tell us what you need, and my team will pass you to our recommended partners. Free of charge. It's a service we do for free. If you need help choosing the right visa, property, or place to live, and you need my help to guide you through all of this, including a proper roadmap of step 1, step 2, step 3, then I do this over a paid strategy call where I'll map out your entire relocation plan for you. You can book it here at nasmalaysia.com/call. Now, because MM2H requires a property purchase, let's talk about that and how you can navigate this. See, under MM2H, you need to buy a property. So for silver, it's 600,000 ringgit. For gold, is 1 million ringgit. For platinum, is 2 million ringgit. Now, I'm also going to put the USD prices here as well, so it's easier for you. Currently, the exchange rate for US dollars and Malaysian ringgit is 1 to 4. 1 USD equals to 4 Malaysian ringgit. Here are some things you need to understand. A few things we need to take into consideration. Number one is each state in Malaysia has different rules for foreigners. So there's a minimum property purchase price. Also, it's in my starter kit. You can go and check it out. Now, most of the states in Malaysia like KL, JB, and Penang has a minimum price for foreigners of 1 million ringgit, 250,000 US dollars. When you're buying the property, you don't actually have to buy it for own stay. You don't have to live in the property that you buy. So that means you can buy these properties for investment. And these properties doesn't have to be completed. It can be off-plan properties. So you don't have to spend the full 1 million ringgit upfront right now. Some of these properties are going to be completed in the next 1, 2, or even 3 or 4 years. So you can pay at a steady progressive payment rates, right? Now, I have made videos on this, on the best properties in KL, in Johor, and even in Langkawi. I'll link those videos below. You can go and check it out. Now, the MM2H process is fairly simple. All you have to do is get the agent to start your application. You can start to look at properties immediately and even purchase it before you apply. That means you can buy the property now and then start to apply for MM2H. As soon as you get approved, you start to do the fixed deposit once you're in KL, and then immediately withdraw it once you have purchased your property. Withdraw up to 50% of your fixed deposit. MM2H will take about 2 to 3 months to get approval. Those are your visa options. Now let's go to the best neighborhoods for you, right? I promised the best neighborhoods and here they are. For Greater KL, we have Cyberjaya. This has a large Middle East community already here. So it's also very affordable and it's very family friendly. There's good schools as well. Then you have Kota Damansara. It's quieter, spacious, good for families. There's a mix of locals and expats. Then you have TTDI, more established neighborhoods. Right, good food scene, relaxed lifestyle. A slightly more upscaled one would be Pavilion Damansara. It's more premium, closer to the city, and good if budget allows you. You also have Mount Kiara. This is the full expat lifestyle. And also Ampang, Embassy Road, has good value and close to the city. Then you also have Bangsa and Desa Park City as well for you guys who want to check it out. Now I have made vlogs about this. I went around it, I toured the place and showed some properties as well. You can go and check that out. So next we have Johor Bahru. So if Singapore access matters to you, JB is the answer. There's lower cost of living compared to KL. There's the RTS link coming soon, and it's also good for investment. Then you have Penang, all the way up north, slower pace of life. It's a very beautiful place, especially strong expat community, good food. Then you have places like Ipoh and Malacca, which is very affordable, very peaceful. It's very relaxed, right? It's good for families who don't need city access. Everyone's situation is different. Some of you need a visa first, some of you want to buy property first, and some of you need both. Now, a lot of you are coming here and you need help. Go to nasmalaysia.com/start if you need help and you want us to point you in the right direction. And if you want to sit down with me, then for me to plan your entire journey, go to nasmalaysia.com/call. Now, if you want to know if you can survive in Malaysia on $2,000 per month, watch this. One thing a lot of you ask me is, Nas, how do I get around KL when I'm there? There are multiple ways, but one of the best and most efficient way is to use a private transfer service. I use this exact service for my KL scouting tour. The reason is because going to multiple areas all requires looking for parking, going through traffic, tolls. It's just a hassle for me. I've partnered with them on this. This is KL Private. Their website is klprivate.com. This is not a tour. This is a private transfer service that gets you around all over KL, wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go. It's by the day. You want to go check out a school in Bangsa, he takes you there. You have a hospital appointment in the afternoon, he gets you there on time. If you want to explore multiple neighborhoods, grab lunch somewhere, visit a mall, and go back to the hotel all in the same day, he's outside waiting for you. All you need to do is send him a text. Now, the current problem is you'll need to book 10 different Grab rides just for this one day, and that takes up a lot of time. With this, one vehicle, one driver, everywhere you want to go, this is how you do the KL property tour properly. You have limited time here. Do not waste it figuring out transport. Link is in the description. Tell them Nas sent you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.